Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Actually, Matt will be back on Monday, but temperatures for today, they made it into the upper 70s east of the Cascades, 77 for Lakeview, 78 for Klamath Falls. It was 87 for both Medford and Montague. 84 was the official high in Grants Pass, even 80 degrees over towards Brookings. You did have that Chetco effect. You won't see that for tomorrow because your temperatures will start to cool off because this high pressure that's over us right now will start to shift off towards the east. That'll allow those cooler temperatures to go along the Oregon coast, to all the Oregon coast, because the northern coast has been in the 60s for today and pretty pleasant overall. Our next system offshore, I've drawn it as a broken front. This will start to increase the cloud cover, but the real system is going to be offshore. There's another one even further west of that. All of that's going to be aimed at the Pacific Northwest, and that is our first atmospheric river that we've seen really in several weeks, and the first rain that we've seen in at least a couple of weeks, about almost going on 3 weeks now. So this is going to be a welcome relief. Our forecast for tonight, we're looking at 40s east of the Cascades, generally upper 40s to low 50s for the Rogue and Shasta valleys. And finally cooling down towards Brookings for tonight, much cooler overall, only right around 50 degrees. For tomorrow, we're going to be looking at mid-70s east of the Cascades, upper 50s up towards Crater Lake, but a lot more clouds will be through the region, and we're going to be right around 80 degrees, so just a little bit cooler throughout our region. Mid-60s for Brookings for tomorrow, and pretty much the rest of the coast staying into the 60s as well. So our stormcast showing that we're going to see those increasing high clouds throughout the day tomorrow. They may filter out the sun just a bit, but other than that, it's going to be dry and still very nice indeed. Now we go through the day on Sunday, we'll start seeing a little bit more in the way of cloud cover, and they'll start to thicken up a little bit more. And then once we get towards Sunday morning, we're going to start seeing that leading edge of our system, obviously way up to the north, but starting with the chance of rain along the Oregon coast, and that'll try to filter in. But the rain's going to have a hard time making it here into the Rogue Valley because initially the air is going to be pretty dry. So it may show up with some rain on a radar, but it's not going to actually reach the ground until we get towards Sunday night. And then Sunday night, you can see those orange and yellow colors on the Oregon coast indicating rain being heavy at times. So Sunday night, it's going to be pretty rainy along the Oregon coast. That rain filters inland and eventually tries to push east the Cascades. However, it does have a hard time making it east the Cascades, so you're not going to see a whole lot of rain from this particular event. Now, in this particular model, it wants to show about morning hours, Monday drying out, but we'll have another wave moving in hot on its heels after that. So for Sunday and Monday, you can see for the 5-day precipitation forecast, that's where we're going to be the wettest. Increasing rain on Sunday, rain eventually changes over towards showers for Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, high and dry for the region. So how much rain are we going to be looking at for pretty much the coast? Well, we're going to be looking at, this model wants to overdo it just a little bit. We're going to be looking at generally about 1 inch to 1.5 inches for Sunday night and into all day Monday. Roughly about 1/4 inch for the Rogue Valley, and maybe up to 1/3 inch or so up towards Grants Pass, but down to our south and off to our east, generally less than 1/10 inch of rain until you head up towards Sage Chemult and Chiloquin, where you might get maybe 2/10 inch of rain. So the high pressure that was over us for today, that shifts off towards the east. We'll start getting some cooler air with the cloud cover over the next couple of days. And then that big system pushes through our region Sunday and into Monday. That pushes off towards the east. And then we could be looking at a big dome of high pressure building in over the western United States, which is kind of interesting because we're looking at a lot of different conflicting data. There's this one that shows the hot weather right over us, and then another set with the hot weather just to our east, and we have a southwesterly flow, which is still pretty warm. So either way we look at it, it's still going to be well above average in terms of temperature. So we'll keep an eye on this because it might just be a little bit cooler or it could be a little bit hotter. So your forecast for the Oregon coast, temperatures staying into the 60s, pretty rainy for Sunday and Monday. Then you can see that Chetco effect returning yet again for Brookings with a high temperature of 80 degrees on Wednesday. Northern California, pretty warm for the next couple days, cooler with some rain on Monday. And the 90s start to come back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. May see some thunderstorms by the end of the week, especially east of the Cascades and to the south. Klamath Basin, same kind of scenario. We'll be looking at some rain for Monday. Pleasant weekend, though, overall, and then warmer and drier as we get towards the end of next week. Cascade, some rain Sunday and Monday. Otherwise, not too bad overall. Low temperatures pretty much into the 40s. Could be another, again, chance of thunderstorms towards the latter part of the week. Here in the Rogue Valley, again, it's not going to be too bad. We'll have some clouds throughout this weekend and then cooler once we get towards Monday with some rain, beneficial rain. This will definitely help water people's gardens, definitely put a nice little rain shield onto the forests, but then it gets hot again, so it'll dry out really quick.
Yeah, feeling very summer-like for the first week
Oh,
of
yeah.
June. All right, thanks all.
You bet.
Appreciate it.